Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Fallout 76 daily news video with me, your host, Blackwell. It is Thursday, the 9th of December. Hope you're doing well. I did promise that I would go through the patch notes today, so we're going to go through that. That's why the details are up on the screen right now. We're not going to be going in-game today, so if you are looking for in-game content, this isn't the place to look. We're just going through the patch notes today. Maybe I'll put this video out separately to a daily news evening video that we do. We'll see. But anyway, Fallout 76 Night of the Moth update came out yesterday. We've had a little go on it. It's been pretty good. And now we're going to find out more about it and see what actually comes with it. So yeah, let's have a read through this stuff. Our latest update to Fallout 76 brings the Mothman Equinox seasonal event, a new season and scoreboard, and much more to the game. So, update highlights. We've got the Mothman Equinox until December 21st. Visit Point Pleasant in the Forest region every hour to aid the enlightened in summoning the wise Mothman to Appalachia and earn new themed rewards. We had a little look at that yesterday. It's pretty cool. Season 7 begins. Dr. Zorbo will have his revenge against Captain Cosmos, and you're going to help. So, rank up and claim stellar new rewards on the 7 scoreboard while travelling the stars and aiding Zorbo in assembling a devious crew. Quality of life improvements. We've added legendary loot sharing, nearby corpse looting, a Pip Boy Keyring, and many more community requested improvements to the game. It's always good when that comes along, because quality of life, it just improves the drive time, you know? It's great. It's fantastic for that. Public event updates. We've made some improvements to help streamline our public event system and implement balance changes for a variety of public events. And pirate radio. It's actually in the game now. A rogue broadcast is invading Appalachia's airwaves. Tune your Pip Boy to pirate radio to tap your toes to new tunes, catch radio dramas, and commercials. Update version is 1.6.2.16. 16 times the updates? No, I don't know. Downloads about between 10 and 20 gig. Safe to say. So the new seasonal event, the Mothman Equinox, a group of robed travellers, have just arrived in Appalachia, and they've taken up residence at Point Pleasant to celebrate a dubious occasion known as the Mothman Equinox. Calling themselves the Enlightened, this sect of the wise Mothman's most devoted followers plan to summon the cryptid through the elaborate ritual, aid their dark endeavours, and fend off rival cultists to earn the wise Mothman's favour. Until December 21st, the Mothman Equinox seasonal event will take place every hour at the top of the hour in Point Pleasant in the Forest region of Appalachia. So it's the 9th now. You've got 11 days, essentially. 11 days, 24 times a day. Go for it. You've got plenty of chance to get your loot and get your rare rewards there. That's cool. Begin the event by speaking with interpreter Clarence on the roof of the Mothman Museum. Join other dwellers to aid the enlightened in completing ceremonial tasks around Point Pleasant, lighting ritual bonfires, and defending against an onslaught of rival Mothman cultists. Rivals! There's different factions of Mothman cultists. Cool. If you manage to finish each objective before the timer expires, head back to the Mothman Museum's roof to complete the final step of the summoning, commune with the wise Mothman, and have a chance to earn some new themed plans. We did all but that part yesterday. I couldn't get on the roof. I was over encumbered and I was just trying to jetpack up onto the roof, and I used up all my AP. And by the time I got up there, I couldn't summon the Mothman because it had already been done. So, so I've got a little bit more to do. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good little event. As long as Mothman Equinox seasonal event is live, you'll also encounter cultist high priests during your adventures throughout Appalachia. Hunt down and dispatch them for more chances to earn Mothman cult-themed rewards, but watch out for their shadow creatures. Ooh, ominous. Ominous indeed. That's cool. I like that it's not just that event in that one place, but spread around the map. You might see some other bits and pieces and get some other rewards. Fallout 76 Season 7 Zorbo's Revenge. I wonder if Fallout 76 will ever get Season 76. Season 76? I don't know. No idea. Former and self-proclaimed Emperor of the Universe, Dr. Zorbo, has never forgotten his crushing defeat at the hands of Captain Cosmos during the legendary run. Now Zorbo seeks to enact revenge by assembling a villainous crew who can help him build a massive war machine that he'll use to obliterate the captain. Here's what's headed your way during 7, which begins today. There's a new scoreboard. Join forces with Zorbo on the Zorbo's Revenge scoreboard as he travels from planet to planet, recruiting a crack team that will help him track down or take down Captain Cosmos. Along the way, you'll be able to earn a host of new in-game rewards this season, including cosmetics, in-game currencies, consumables, camp objects, and more. I like the idea that we were on Captain Cosmos' side the first time, and now we're on Dr. Zorbo's side. It's kind of nice, you know, because it's sort of, I know it's not storyline as such, it's just a sort of little scoreboard, but it still goes down the RPG sort of route of you can choose which side you prefer still, you know? You don't have to be the good guy. It's kind of nice. New allies. As you rank up on the scoreboard, you'll also unlock Xerxo and Catherine. 2 new allies who can join you in your camp, sell your wares, and offer a daily... Oh, sell you their wares, sorry, and offer you a daily buff. And then to rank 100 and beyond. As the previous season, you can once again surpass rank 100. I didn't last season, but still. To continue earning additional rank ups throughout the end of the season. Each rank you achieve after 100 will award you with some kind of consumable stuff. Very nice. Seasons are available here. Heading here to read our recent article as well. Oh, cool. Quality of life improvements. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. So, community feedback plays an important role in how we approach shaping and leveling up Fallout 76. And we love reading all of your ideas about what you'd like to see added to the game. With today's update, we're implementing a number of quality of life improvements that have been suggested to us by many of you in the community. We hope you enjoy digging into them in-game and that you will continue sharing your thoughts. Right, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right. I'm just really excited about this. Nearby corpse looting. Unlike many of the creatures who cross your path in the wasteland, you're a born survivor. Whenever corpses start to pile up, you'll no longer need to pick through each enemies to grab your loot. When viewing a fallen enemy's inventory, you can now see and collect all the goodies that the creatures around you have dropped by hitting the nearby corpses button. Happy looting. Essentially, if you go back to Elder Scrolls Online, or if you've ever played Elder Scrolls Online, you can have an option in the settings to pick up area loot. And that basically means if you kill 5 people, or 4 or 3 or whatever, you can go up to one of them and just loot all 5. It's a nice way of being able to speed run through things. It's going to make you even more over-encumbered than normal. So, yeah, it's going to come with that whole caveat of we'll get Fallout first and then you can get scrapbox and so on and so forth. But on the other side, it's making things easier as well. So, you know, you can't... There's sort of pros and cons, isn't there? So, it is what it is. Just enjoy it. And if you don't like it, turn it off. Legendary loot sharing. Going forward, if you're within sight range of a legendary creature when it's killed, you'll be able to loot it. With this improvement, the days of trying to hit legendary enemies before they die are over. So no more one-shotting. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. What I will say is, let's see, if you're in an event and there are legendary enemies and you don't get to hit them, but you know you can still loot them, that's good. But you do miss out on the XP still, so you do still want to be hitting them, right? You don't get XP for just standing there. So you're still chasing down something, I suppose. Team XP sharing. Sharing is caring and... well, maybe not. Sharing is caring, and leveling up as you adventure with your team is about to get easier than ever. Every enemy that you or your teammate takes down will now grant XP to everyone on the team, so as long as they're in sight range of the creature when it dies. That's pretty mad. Like, think of a Scorched Earth now. If you're focusing on the Queen, you don't have to worry about the mobs if your team's there taking the mobs out. So if you can sort of orchestrate that takedown, you can get all the XP from everything. That's tag the Queen and then just work on mobs. Someone else will take down the Queen, right? Right? Maybe. Or Encrypted, for example, all the robots there. Wow, that's a big one. That is actually a doozy. Build menu new tab. We're adding a new tab to your camp build menu that will display any new camp item plans you've learned during your current play session, as well as new camp items you've unlocked in the store. Okay, very nice, making it streamlined. I still want that search box, but I understand that on console it's difficult to type in, you know, Pip Boy, or you wouldn't get Pip Boy, would you? Nuka-Cola to get a search of all that. So I still want that. Still want the search box. Pip Boy Keyring. Tired of all those keys cluttering up your Pip Boy? Get organised with a keyring, which is a new item in your MISC inventory tab that stores all of your keys that you've collected from your adventures in the Wasteland. Click it to view or access any keys in your collection as needed. That's just sort of housekeeping, isn't it, in the Pip Boy? Because you can't drop the keys, can't really do anything with the keys, they're just in a long list, and now they're in their own little separate tab, so that's good. Pip Boy menu color customization. Show your true colors by changing the hue of the Pip Boy menus using a new set of customization sliders we've added to the settings. Again, this one would be nice if they can change the Pip Boy light color as well. I would absolutely adore that, because you know, when we've sort of tested this before, like when someone turns on their Pip Boy, you don't see it as very bright on their screen. It goes ping, and it's just very dull. But your Pip Boy light on your screen is really bright, obviously for the purposes of, you know, showing you where everything is, but not showing the whole world where everything is. So they do set it sort of so it is to you. Maybe they could do something like that. I don't know. I want Pip Boy light customization, and I know you get it through headlamps and stuff, but I don't want to have to wear a helmet. So yeah, you can get some mining helmets and you can change the color of the lamp. Pretty nice, but yeah, it's just the native green one I'm not a fan of. I don't like it. I want something that's more neutral, you know. And then ammo everywhere. The contextual ammo system has been a very popular daily aspect of daily ops, so we'd like to bring it to all of Appalachia. Now, all existing sources of ammo, like containers and creature loot, have a chance to drop a small amount of ammo for your currently equipped weapon. I'm assuming that this means that you'll still be able to pick up other types of ammo. It won't just be that. So yeah, that's you know, more beneficial to the player. You know, you can find more 5.56 if you're using 5.56. Oh, like for me. Public events update. To be honest with you, I don't really see much of ammo on the market anymore. You know, you go to shops, you see some ammo in there, but you're just like, I'm okay for ammo. But maybe it's that I don't play it as often as I used to. Don't know. Let me know. We're bringing a variety of public event updates. We're bringing a variety of improvements to public events through some adjustments to the public event system itself. The addition of a reward preview to public event map descriptions. Cool. More information is always better. And a number of balance changes across many of the events that are currently available in game. Yes, they've in R, aren't they? Look at all that. A little read through this then. Public event system update. We've streamlined the way. We've streamlined. I know it's a streamlined. The way public events become available in-game by making the cooldown times between events much more consistent. Public event start times are now based on real-world time, and a new one will begin every 20 minutes across all worlds. Each world's next public event is selected at random. In addition, a public event can no longer appear twice in a row in the same world. Seasonal public events that begin on the hour, like Graham's Meat Cook or Mothman Equinox, will now take priority over normal public events. We've adjusted the timers for the following public events to help them fit within the 20-minute public event time cadence. Campfire Tales, Distinguished Guests, Be the People, Art of the Swamp, Line in the Sand, One Violent Night, Path to Enlightenment, Project Paradise, Rad Rumble, Tea Time, The Mother Lode, Uranium Fever. So one of them is going to proc every 20 minutes, no matter where you are. A few public events like Scorched Earth, Colossal Problem, and so on have special requirements in order to start and can be triggered at any time. That's not changed, and these events are not part of the timed public event rotation. That makes sense. So, as soon as you've finished a Rad Rumble, well, no, not as soon as you've finished, but you know that when Rad Rumble procs, for example, you've got 20 minutes and then another public event proc, so you can time things a little bit easier, and you can maximize your XP a little bit as well. That's pretty cool. As mentioned above, you can now preview the rewards that are up for grabs at each public event directly from the event's description on the map. Select an available public event on the map to display its description, and view some of the big ticket items that are possible to earn if you manage to complete that event successfully. Good. Public event balance adjustments. Previously, some of our public events could be a little too tricky, end in failure too suddenly, or even last too long. We're implementing balance changes for a number of public events to help smooth out some of these rough spots and improve the experience of playing through them. Of carrying your team. So I think there's one with Rad Rumble here, that they're shortening the event, but if you're in there with your team, you're in line of sight pretty much, so you're going to get a lot more XP and loot from it anyway, so it kind of balances out, I think. Campfire Tales. The campfire often died down too quickly, which could cause the event to fail more easily than we'd like. The campfire will burn a little longer, giving you more time to complete the task and feed the flames. Free range. The Brahmin during free range were too fragile, so we've beefed them up a bit. But you still do need to defend them. Guided meditation now consistently. Feral ghouls now consistently run towards and attack the speakers, preventing an issue where they could remain idle in the parking lot. Ghouls may sometimes still stand around if they don't sniff out new prey right away, but they will always be much closer to the action. We've reduced ghouls' overall difficulty during guided meditation to account for their increased speaker busting effectiveness. Right. Line in the Sand was taking a bit too long to come to an end. Oh wow, cool. It now has an overall time limit of 10 minutes and uses timers to determine how long scorched attack waves last, rather than requiring you to kill all enemies in a given wave. These changes should help the event flow more smoothly and reduce downtimes throughout. Upon reaching the event's time limit, it will not fail, so long as the generator is still standing. You will receive more rewards, however, if you manage to defeat all of the enemies. PP, or Project Paradise, for those who are actually mature. To help reduce the event's difficulty, we're lowering the amount of food required to level up each biome's creatures to 15 per rank. We're also adding some more resistances to friendly creatures that spawn during the event. Project Paradise no longer ends in failure if you do not manage to kill the alpha creatures. To succeed, players only need to defend the friendly creatures. However, rewards will be reduced if the alphas are still alive at the end of the event. That's more helpful if you want to solo the event, you know? Rad Rumble. To encourage players to participate in the ore collection objective more often, we're lowering the requirements to 5, 15, 30 and 50 ore for reward tiers 1 through 4 respectively. Rad Rumble now has an overall time limit of 8 minutes, even if you have already reached the final ore collection tier. This way you can continue defending against enemy attack waves until the event concludes. So you can't get any pre-finishers, which is pretty cool. If you get all the ore, it's not just going to end, which is good. We've also lowered the spawn rate of non-ghoul enemies at certain ore thresholds to prevent overwhelming enemy numbers. Oh, okay. Finally, we've doubled the Scavengers Resistances to make them more survivable. Cool. So it's sort of more intense, but, well, it sounds more intense because it sort of compressed the time, but the enemies and stuff are, well, there's less no-ghouls, so like Death Plus, Snallies and stuff, and the Scavengers are a bit more buffed, so it'll be an interesting one. It's a shorter event as well. You get more loot, you get more XP. Swarm of Suitors, we've addressed a number of bugs that could prevent players from receiving the highest tier of rewards and from successfully completing the event. We've also made some design adjustments to streamline the event. Cool. Swarm of Suitors has now been redesigned to focus on killing Mirelurks within a certain amount of time rather than preventing them from reaching the island. Now players must kill all Mirelurks in each of the 3 waves before the objective timer ends. If they don't manage to defeat an attack wave in time, a Mirelurk Queen will spawn and the event will end in failure. Okay, so it's not they need to get to the island anymore, it's a case of you've got 2 minutes to kill this lot. If you don't do it, a Mirelurk Queen will turn up and you'll be, well, you just kill that. And tea time, the final one. Tea time could end in failure too quickly at times, in part due to some of the pipes breaking too easily. As a result, we've increased the health of 2 of the 3 pipes, so they match the sturdiest one. We've also tuned enemy attack waves to spawn creatures at a more consistent frequency to keep up with the action, or to keep up the action. Additionally, rad ants and ticks no longer spawn enemy waves. Rad ants and ticks no longer spawn enemy waves that attack the pipes. However, rad ants and bloatflies now spawn in separate enemy waves that focus their attacks on players. So, okay. I don't know if that means there's no ticks left of that event. Good source of tick blood, I suppose. But, yeah, we'll have to have a look at that one. Tune in to Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. It seems someone out there in the Wastelanders found a way to hijack the airwaves and begin broadcasting their very own pirate radio station. Open your Pip Boy and tune to the new station to tap your toes to hours of new jingles and catch a blast from the past with radio dramas and commercials from life before the bombs dropped. The audio interloper behind this rogue station has yet to reveal their identity, and until they do, you can at least enjoy some fresh tunes during your adventures in Appalachia. Now, I've said this, well, I have said this before. Down in the Mire, there's a place called K-Max Transmission, and it looks like a little radio shack. It would be really cool to have an NPC down there at some point. Maybe have someone who's sort of, I can't remember what they call it, a ghost? Is it a ghost? One of these NPCs in game that you can't kill. It'd be nice to have someone down there just in a shack that you can go down there for, I don't know, maybe you can collect them a new holotape, and then, you know, that drama goes in, you know, there are some dramas in game, you can listen to them. If you can go and collect them, bring them back each day, a specific one each day, that'd be cool. And then they could, you know, that's part of their show now and that kind of thing. That'd be really cool. Okay, bug fixes and additional improvements. Christ. That's a long pile. Right, let's see. Well, these are improvements, aren't they? They're improvements and bug fixes, so hopefully all this lot, it might be dry, but it improves your game. So I'm all about that. Okay, we'll start off with the art. It's at the top. Right here, look. Apparel. The player's hands no longer clip into rifles and shotguns while wearing the Crypt Crook outfit. The Blood Eagle Charmer, the Treasure Hunter, and Radstag Hide outfits now correctly hide under armor while equipped. Players who are killed by a flamer will no longer continue to display flame visuals effects after respawning, and fix an issue that could cause enemy and player corpses to temporarily become invisible after being killed. Good. I'm going to drink some tea, because... No, I'm not. This is coffee. Good stuff. Right, displays... Well, camps and workshops. The pepper shaker can now be displayed in a heavy weapons stand. The red cedar hedges placed in a teammate's camp can now be moved, stored, scrapped, etc. by the camp owner. I tell you what, some of these items, they don't even jump into my mind what they are. Like this, the red cedar hedges, they're not red, are they? They're the green bush wall things, I think. The clean US flag and pole flags have been hand washed with care and are now much cleaner than before. Nice, I like that. Camp budget consumed by the haunted house floor is now consistent with other types of flooring. Reduced the camp budget consumed by many large neon signs and billboards. Camp budget consumed by the haunted house roof is now consistent with other types of roofing, and a windowless variation of the haunted house roof slant has now been added to the haunted house building set. That's great. That really is great. I know that a couple of months ago, Munchkin Jesse mentioned it on Twitter about like how the building set's great, but there's not an option for just a slanted roof. A bit weird. But now it's been added, so I know that she'll be happy. And yeah, it's another addition to the game that we should have already if we've got that set, which I have. So yeah, quite excited about that. I mean, yeah, I'm not that excited about it, but it's another option to building. That's good. Implemented a fix to reduce instances where the secret stash bookcase and other stash boxes could appear open even though they're closed. The Wavy Willards round table now correctly appears in the tables category of the build menu. Always good. Powered doors with keypad access now correctly snap to foundation. Haunted horse. There's a haunted horse, everybody. Haunted house right fascia pieces no longer flip after applying wallpaper to them. Season game boards no longer each have their own entry in the build menu and listed. Instead, appear as variants in a single row under wall decor. That's fair enough. Workbenches attempting to use a power armor station that has been built close to a wall or other object no longer results in waiting for a response from server. Error message. I used to get that inside my shelter, which was weird, but that hopefully is now repaired. Challenges. The Repair 76 Swords Lifetime Challenge now correctly awards atoms when completed. So if you've done these already, you might just get atoms when you log in, so just bear that in mind. The Revive 76 Players Lifetime Challenge now correctly awards items when completed. The Use Photo Mode at Badet Manor sub-challenge for the Use Photo Mode around the Forest Region social challenge has been corrected to Use Photo Mode at the Killbox. I guess Badet Manor is now named the Killbox, and that's why it's updated. Killing a Hermit Crab now progresses the Kill Huge Creatures challenge, and building a wood instrument now incorrectly progresses the Possum Musician challenge. On to combat, there's only one here. Enemy health. Implemented a fix to significantly reduce enemy health rubber banding that could occur when damaging them with certain weapons like the Pepper Shaker. Good. Anything where rubber banding's being removed from the game is fantastic. Daily Ops adjusted a spawn location for Daily Ops inside Arctos Farmer so that players have more room to move and are less likely to start the op by accident. Cool. Events and... Wow, I'm surprised there's not many in Daily Ops that need adjusting and changing. That's good. Events and quests. Loading screens. When fast traveling to a public event, loading screens now correctly appear... No, they correctly display additional information about that event. The Mother Load. Melody Larkin will no longer warn the player about church bells in Charleston after completing the Mother Load event. Your reign of terror has ended, Melody. I didn't even realise that was part of the Mother Load. Swarming vermin. You know, oh my god, I remember that. That was from years ago. I don't go down that area anymore. Farmerbot Jade, or yeah, JD7E, Jade, no longer becomes hostile towards the player after being hit by NPCs during the event Project Beanstalk. And Vital Equipment. Players now receive the proper amount of reputation with Foundation when choosing to donate the recovered item. What? Vital Equipment. Players now receive the proper amount of reputation with Foundation when choosing to donate the recovered item. Wait, so all this time they were getting the wrong amount? Were they getting too much or too little? Well, we'll just never know. Move on. Yep, you get the right amount now. All right, moving on to Fallout Worlds, the menu system. The Shared Worlds menu now reflects changes to a shared custom world more quickly after the world owner makes settings adjustments. Crafting quest items with free workbench crafting enables no longer consume standard crafting materials. When PvP is set to always, the players in the world will now correctly be marked as hostile towards one another, and they've also fixed an private adventure mode issue that could prevent players from joining private adventure worlds from the main menu while on a team. Onto items, and there's a fair few of these, so bear with me. If you've got this far so far, congratulations to you. Yeah, little advert. Sunday, noon, UK time, which is 7 AM Eastern. We're doing a 12-hour Skyrim stream, so well done if you made it this far. The information's in the description below. We're doing giveaways and stuff as well, so you want to be involved on that one over at a little website called twitch.tv/BlackwellTV. Link to that's in the description below as well. Anyway, aid items. Addiction debuffs are now correctly suppressed after consuming an item the character is addicted to. Ammo fixed an issue that could result in less ammo being created than expected when attempting to craft large amounts of high caliber ammo with the Ammo Smith's perk and Ammo Factory legendary perk equipped. I mean, these sound pretty bad, right? These sound like things that should have been fixed 3 years ago, but you know, whatever. Well, not the last one, it went in game 3 years ago. Apparel, the Hooded Rags outfit no longer removes armor or under armor when equipped, so that's more of a viable outfit. The Wrapped Cap can now be worn with eyewear and some face coverings and no longer removes facial hair when equipped. Backpacks. The name of the player's backpack now updates correctly after applying the Corvega skin. Exploit addressed an issue that could be exploited to consume fewer materials when crafting legendary items. Dirty Git. Whoever was doing that exploit, you're a dirty git. Get out of Fallout. It's been fixed now. Ha! Junk. Lanterns now display a preview image when inspected. The Valorous Alistair sword skin can now be applied to many additional one-handed melee weapons. Nice. That's cool. That is really cool. I like that. Awesome. Miscellaneous. Scrap Assaultron heads now no longer appear upside down in display cases. Cold steel beer steins now face the same direction as other steins when placed in the beer stein display case. If that's been irking you, then it's now been resolved. Don't worry about it. Applying a jetpack mod to a Secret Service chest piece no longer causes it to turn invisible after logging out and logging back in. That's cool. That's something that I've noticed, so I'm glad that's been fixed. Although, it is kind of nice if you want to just not show your jetpack off all the time, but hey, maybe have an option to hide the jetpack. Maybe. That'd be a cool idea, right? The Communist and Red Communist jetpack mods can now be applied to Ultrasight and Raider Power Armor torso pieces. Fixed an issue that allowed players to apply jetpack to Excavator. Wow. Fixed an issue that could prevent a minigun with the Shredder mod from dealing damage if the player had 5mm ammo in their inventory. Okay, I think I understand that. So, when you've got 5mm in your minigun, it spins up and shoots the bullets, right? But also, as it's spinning, it should be doing melee. So if you're shooting someone in the face and driving the end of your gun into their face, it should be doing 2 types of damage. It wasn't, but now it is. Typically, what you want to do with the minigun, though, is not have any ammo if you want to use the Shredder. It was just more effective. But now, hopefully, they fix that. That's what they're saying there, I think. Cool. The Power Armor Helmet Targeting HUD mod now correctly highlights hostile NPCs who have been passive before the player initiated combat with them. The Northern Lights Power Armor skin can now be applied to all types of power armor. I want to know what that looks like. Northern Lights Power Armor skin. Alright, quick search. Oh, it's a Christmas one. Okay, cool. Ranged weapons. The salvaged Assaultron head now deals the correct amount of damage per charge when fired in VATS. Fixed an issue that could prevent weapon bash attacks from dealing damage after applying a mod that increased the weapon's melee damage. Right, I really want weapon melee damage on this gun. So I'll improve it. Nope, it's worse. Ah, great. But now it's been fixed, so that's good. Flares now ignite properly when fired into the terrain or at a structure, and the Tinker's workbench and scrap box are now oriented correctly in the APC survival tent. Localization, achievements, quests, and quests. Steel Rain achievements now have proper translations in the simplified Chinese game client, corrected missing characters in the unsolved missing girls note during the unsolved panic quest in the simplified Chinese game client, and corrected missing characters in the suspicious death of Alicia Shea note during the Treasure Unknown quest in the Japanese game client. NPCs. The Settler Forager ally can once again give daily quests to the camp owner. Don't pull his finger. Minerva. Item plans and recipes the player has already learned will no longer appear to them as purchasable in Minerva's inventory. Good. That's good. Performance and stability. Let's go. Let's get through these. Fixed a crash that could occur during normal gameplay. Great. Fixed a crash that could occur when fighting a daily ops boss. Great. Addressed an audio issue that could result in a client crash. And fixed an issue that could cause the client to crash after fast traveling. Applying mods to laser and plasma weapons no longer causes the Russian game client to crash. Fixed an issue that could cause a server crash during normal gameplay. Fixed a server crash that could occur during combat. And addressed an issue that could result in a server crash during a Meat Week seasonal event. Friendly Fire perk update. Allied NPCs can now be healed using the Friendly Fire perk. User interface controls. The quick swap button can now be used to switch the non-offensive weapons like the ProSnap Deluxe camera. So the quick swap button, I assume this is on console. Is it the right D-pad? Can now be used to switch non-offensive weapons like the ProSnap Deluxe camera. Okay. And main menu, fixed visual issues that could occur after idling on a main menu for an extended period of time. I didn't know that there was visual issues with that. Wow. Lady Deadpool will be pretty happy with that one. She likes to just hang out in the main menu. So that's her game. And World Ultrasight Veins. Mining ultrasight veins near fissure sites no longer causes Scorched to spawn. I believe that's to stop an exploit where people were just farming Scorched with turret bases and that kind of thing. So that's kind of good, especially with the spooky scorched and the holiday scorched. People were just spawning it and exploiting it. So that's been sealed. That's been patched. That's your roundup for today. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this patch. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. But from me for now, take care of yourselves. Peace and love to you and yours. Catch you on the next one. Been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. Peace!